to the late night verdict in the federal trial of a former police detective involved in the botched raid that ended in the death of Breonna Taylor in Louisville, Kentucky. ABC's Jay O'Brien is covering this for us. And Jay, the jury had been deadlocked, but they managed to work through that.
That's right, Janae. Good morning. That jury deliberating into the night over the course of 3 days, reaching that partial guilty verdict, and Breonna Taylor's family emotional as that verdict was read in court.
Overnight, the family and friends of Breonna Taylor speaking out after an ex-Louisville, Kentucky police officer was found guilty of violating Taylor's civil rights during a police raid of her apartment in 2020.
Until you know what it feels like to watch your child be killed for 1,694 days and nobody hold anybody accountable, I don't think anybody could understand what that feels like unless you knee deep in it.
The jury finding former Louisville police officer Brett Hankinson guilty of using excessive force during the raid on Taylor's home, firing 10 shots through Taylor's apartment. But that same federal jury acquitting Hankinson earlier in the evening of violating the civil rights of 3 of Taylor's neighbors who were in nearby apartments during the 2020 raid. This case a retrial after the judge declared a mistrial last year, and it comes after a 2022 state trial where Hankinson was acquitted of multiple charges of wanton endangerment.
I don't know what's happening. Somebody kicked in the door and shot my girlfriend.
Taylor was killed in a March 2020 police raid on her apartment. The night of that fatal shooting, officers were searching for Taylor's ex-boyfriend, who was suspected of dealing drugs. Authorities executing a no-knock warrant, breaking down the door of Taylor's apartment, where her current boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, was also present. Believing intruders were breaking in, Walker fired a single shot, hitting an officer in the leg. Officers then returning fire. After the gunfire erupted, Hankinson ran to the side of Taylor's apartment and blindly fired 10 rounds through Taylor's sliding door and window, which were covered with blinds and curtains. Several of the rounds entered the neighboring apartment where 3 people were home. None of the 10 rounds hit anyone. Hankinson now faces a maximum sentence of life in prison. Taylor's family now hoping to keep Breonna's memory alive.
I just want people to continue to say Breonna Taylor's name and that she deserved justice.
Meantime, 2 other ex-Louisville police officers also face new federal charges of allegedly falsifying the warrant that led police to Breonna Taylor's doorstep. They have pleaded not guilty. Whit.
All right, Jay O'Brien for us. Thank you.